what beauty products am I loving right now? For quite some time, I have been doing faves and fails videos every 3 months or so, but I'm finding I can't actually fit it all in. I test and tinker with a lot of products. I mean, that's why I have this channel. I am a tinkerer, but I just don't seem to have enough time to share my thoughts on everything. So from now on, I'll be doing monthly check-ins instead. This can include skincare, body care, hair care, makeup, a bit of fashion, whatever I feel is tickling my fancy. So these are the things I've been enjoying in June 2024. Hi guys, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel and you enjoy what you're watching, please subscribe, join us here, and also hit that like button so others can find us too. So these are the 5 things that I have been loving in June. Well, actually, there's sort of a bonus fashion piece, so we're going to call it 6. Now, first up is a mist. Now, if you know me, you know I am a serial mister, and I use them throughout the day. I have them on both desks, meaning one here and one at the office. I have one next to the bed. There's one in my bag. There's pretty much always one within arm's reach because my 53-year-old dry and dehydrated skin craves the mist. So this is by Curel. Now, I'm a little late to this particular party, but at least I have arrived. This is called the Deep Moisturizing Spray, and he has become my travel companion. So I picked this up in London, and he has come with me everywhere since. So dry skin, which is what this gal has, often lacks ceramides, and those are the natural fats and lipids that help retain our skin's moisture. And this little guy has a ceramide complex plus glycerin that's going to help with all that. It gives my skin a punch of hydration, and I love it. Now, I know they have a bigger bottle that I really want, but I just can't seem to get my hands on it yet. So if you know where I can find that, please let me know. Next up is a makeup, and this has been a very long time coming. It is by Saint. This is a palette system, and the idea is that everything you need fits into this little compact. So I have watched a ton of videos by professional makeup artist Michelle Spieler, and if you do not know her, you should. In my opinion, she is the master of mature skin makeup. So I got an online color match done by Michelle, and I purchased the full system. This was probably about 2 years ago. I got color correctors, foundations, blush, contour, eyeshadows, the works. That was 2 years ago, and it sat in a drawer over here. And to be honest, it was because I was just scared of it. Now, eventually I got frustrated at myself, and I just emailed her and asked her if she would join me to do a video here on YouTube and show me how to use it step by step. The thing that scared me were the demis. These are color correctors, and I actually purchased it because of these. And the idea is that you're using these makeups not to do a whole lot of layering. You're not putting lots of makeup on top of makeup. You're really just using what you need in order to tackle the things you want to tackle. So these demis just put a tiny bit of color on certain areas. Certain colors will work on redness and like red veins if you get those in the face, or those deep purples or blues that you might have underneath the eyes. The idea is you use these crazy colors in order to just lightly cover them. In the end, this makeup is stunning. Now, I just did a video, which I put up last week, with Michelle doing the step-by-step, and I will put a link to that down in the description bar. And let me tell you, I am hooked. It is the best no makeup I've ever tried. And what's so great is that it's travel friendly. The whole thing fits in here. So you have your foundations. She suggests using sort of a dark for the center and a lighter one around. You can have a bronzer or a contour and your blush. And then underneath it is your demi colors here, and then the rest of these are eyeshadows. But the beauty is you don't have to worry about liquids if you're traveling on the plane. So this is not considered makeup, right? So you don't have to worry about what's going to fit into that little plastic baggie. I'm trying to travel a lot more, but just to carry on. And let me tell you, the struggle is real, but you don't have to worry about makeup being one of those things. And I just think this is smashing. So if you don't know Saint and you like to keep it simple, this is your official introduction. Michelle can do a color match for free. And I have to say, it's best to do it by a professional or somebody who knows this color, because if you try to go and buy it yourself, the colors are not as they seem. So buyer beware. I look at these colors and go, I don't think that's going to work for me, and it turns out that it does. I freaking love this stuff, and Saint, I can't believe you sat there for 2 years and I left you in a drawer. Well, that's over. I'm going to be buying more. Next up is a hair treatment. Now, you may be sick of hearing me talking about my hair journey, thanks menopause, but I am throwing everything at this head of straw. Overnight, and I am not kidding, it was actually overnight, it lost its silkiness and its luster, and now I'm constantly battling the damaged hair. I mean, who am I kidding? Coloring doesn't help either. Trust me, I am not a natural blonde, so I'm happy when I find something that actually works. This is called the Bond Repair Treatment, and it is by Apres. It's designed to repair the bonds of our hair. Does this sound familiar to you? And it's from one of the creators of, you guessed it, Olaplex. So if you're like me and you color your hair and you use hot tools, or if you're just getting older and your hair sucks, then it's highly likely you have damaged hair. And what's really interesting is that that damage isn't always obvious. For example, frizz. Do people get a lot of frizzy bits at the top of the hair? Often that's actually broken hair. So what they say about this, guys, they say it contains biofusion technology, which helps to relink the broken bonds of hair. So they say it repairs chemical, thermal, and mechanical damage. And I do all of those, thank you very much. And it's also going to restore the hair and reduce the frizz, which hopefully leaves you with soft and smooth hair. I actually think this is making a difference. I have been trying all of the things to help my straw-like menopausal hair, but so far I'm actually really digging this. I used Olaplex 0 and 3, which is sort of supposed to be doing the same thing, about 2 years ago when this whole journey began, but it kind of fell to the wayside. I found it really tricky to use. It was very time consuming. You had to do one thing and then you had to let it sit, and you had to do another thing, you had to let it sit, and then I just found it kind of a pain, so I stopped using it. And then I found K18, which has been amazing, and I just didn't repurchase the Olaplex as a result. But this stuff is good. This is a pre-shampoo treatment. So I use this in the mornings, not all the mornings, but in the morning of a wash day. So you pour the contents of this little vial into the dispenser, and then you add water to it, and then you give it a shake, and you apply it directly to dry hair until it's well saturated. And then they say you should leave it on for at least 10 minutes. Now, when I do it in the morning, I do it before my morning workout. So that's usually about 30 or 40 minutes. And then I hop in the shower as usual. And I just do my regular shampooing and all the products that I typically do. And so one of those little vials will get about 2 to 3 applications in one filling. And then I probably use it every second or third shampoo. Now, what I love is the spray. It is so fine and it is so easy to use. And I'm telling you, it takes about, I don't know, 3 to 4 minutes to apply it each time. And the cool thing is that I can also use this in conjunction with my K18. And that's a sort of after you have shampooed your hair treatment. So often I will do this first. I shampoo my hair, I do my K18, and then I continue on. And I'm finding that the two of them together are just delivering great results. So I think it's worth every penny, and I'm going to continue to reuse it. And if you have broken, messed up hair, you might like it too. Okay, next up, I would consider a tool, I suppose. It's a mirror, and it's a very nice, fancy mirror. And I didn't know how much I needed this until I got it. This is the LED compact mirror by Ilias Lighting. Now, I was trying to get the same 10x mirror that Michelle Spieler was using in a video. I swear I love this chick. She's popping up everywhere. And she made a really good point. She said that every gal needs a 10x mirror. And it's funny, because I think I shied away from it for a long time because I thought I might get a bit obsessive. Because when you hold up a mirror super close to your face, you see every wrinkle, every age spot, every scar, every hair. And by the way, I have a lot of scars on my face. And I didn't want to start getting too critical, you know, because I think people can get a bit obsessive. If you're looking at all those things up close, it could start to kind of bum you out. But then I realized I'm really not all that critical. And generally, I just would rather not know. But I did find that when applying makeup, I could see how much I was missing, right? Because my eyes are so bad. I'm old. I can't see anything close up anymore. And I didn't realize what I was missing. Just unevenness or not blending well. And then I started to see, oh wow, I forgot to pluck my eyebrows, or I have one obnoxious chin hair that pops up a couple of times a year. And if I don't have a mirror, I'm not going to see that. And so now I can see those things. And I realized it actually is a blessing. I'm not overdoing it. It's not freaking me out like I thought it would. I've just found this super, super handy. And I really like it for seeing what's happening with my skin because I can see flakiness, dryness. I've been experiencing a lot of problems with my eyelids, like a dermatitis, which I think is caused by allergies. And now I can really kind of see what's going on, and it just helps me to stay in touch with my skin. So I'm very happy to say I'm not obsessing. I know the wrinkles are there. They're not going anywhere. Now, in fact, this was an accidental purchase. I was trying to buy the 10X version in this size, right? Now, I did buy one in this size from my local pharmacy, and it's just too small. Like, you can only see like one nostril. It's just too tiny. So I was trying to go and buy the bigger version of just the 10X. It would be a little one like this. So I knew she had purchased hers at Dillard's, and I was only like 16 bucks to get just the plain one of these in a bigger size. Well, they didn't have it when I popped into Dillard's to get it. What they had was this double guy, right? So it has one side of it is just a regular mirror. Well, not really regular because it lights up. And then the other side is the 10X. So this guy, not only am I using it every day, just sitting here, you know, when I'm doing skincare stuff and when I'm doing makeup stuff, because I can see what's actually going on. This is traveling with me. Do you ever end up in a hotel that has really, really shitty lighting? Well, you just turn this puppy on and all of a sudden you can see how the makeup looks. It's fantastic. So I think this retails for about $29. One of the best 29 bucks I ever spent. Ilias lighting, I think it's fantastic. So if you're looking for a mirror that you know can do that close-up thing, I think this is a way to go. And I do think that all the gals need the close-up mirror. I'm just saying. So now we're on to number 5. Now, this isn't new, nor is it a specific product. It's actually a new way of using an old friend. I've spoken a number of times here on this channel about slugging, and that's using an occlusive like Vaseline or Aquaphor at the end of a skincare routine to lock everything in. In fact, I did a slugging video a couple of years ago, and it's something that I still do at night, specifically the area around my eyes. The very last thing I do at night when I hop into bed is apply a little bit of the CeraVe ointment just under my eyes and actually around my eyes to keep them plump. It really works. It really works. But what I didn't know is that you can use it as a makeup primer. Thanks again to Michelle Spieler. I saw her do it in one of her videos recently, and I immediately tried it. And I'll tell you why I love it so much. And it focuses mostly around the eyes. Now, you may or may not know that I used an anti-aging device last year that completely ruined the skin around my eyes. So I'm constantly using products to help with that crepiness, the dehydration, the wrinkles that were left behind. So I was using a tiny bit of oil before applying makeup, just in this area right here. While it definitely helped with the skin texture, it doesn't always play nicely with some foundations and concealers. So I started using Aquaphor, and the reason I was using Aquaphor is just because it sits over here with all my stuff. The CeraVe lives next to my bed. So I started using this just under the eyes and down the center of my face, right? Where my kind of the T-zone. It's fantastic. My application is super smooth and the makeup stays put. Apparently this was a Hollywood makeup artist secret that they had been doing for decades, and now the word is out. Now I suspect it mightn't be great for those with oily or combination skin, so beware. I think that it can probably cause milia. Now I personally don't suffer from that. Mama just has dry, dehydrated skin. So for me, it works a treat. So if you have skin like mine, it might be worth checking out. Okay, guys, this has nothing to do with skin, but I'm throwing it in. It's a bit of a bonus. It's a bit of fashion, and I love it. So I recently went to Bordeaux and I purchased a dress specifically for that trip. And oh my God, I'm so obsessed with it. Now, as a gal of only 5'1", although Gary might say I'm 5'0". I don't know. It seems that measuring tapes, are inconsistent. I don't know how that is. But as someone who's as short as I am, finding clothes that actually fit me the first time around, it's nearly impossible, particularly in Ireland. You can't find petites here. They just don't exist. Well, I was watching a YouTube video by a gal called Adeline Loki. And this video is all about petites. She's, I think, only about 5'2" herself. And she shared this dress. Well, I immediately bought it. I mean, immediately. It's by Petite Studios and it's called the Gale dress. And I got that in the navy. It's a halter neck maxi dress and it has this really cool self-tie wide straps like over a deep V in the back, or a U shape, I guess. It's fully lined, 100% cotton. It has pockets and it's super voluminous without being overpowering, which is really something that's hard to get when you're as small as I am. I love this dress so much. It's chic, but it can be casual too. So I was wearing it with sneakers during the day to walk around the city, and I just flipped it out for some gold flats at night for dinner. and I threw on my pre-loved Mage motorcycle jacket, and it was just perfection. So if you're looking for that summer dress, you know, the one you're going to have for seasons and seasons and seasons, this is worth a check out. So guys, that's it for today's video. I really want to know, what are you loving right now? What are the products? What's the fashion? What's the stuff you're liking right now in June? I'd love hearing from you, so please leave your comments down below. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye. Am I too far to the right?
You are now.
Okay.